Good evening, The Rock here. Um, what's what's today's date? May something. Okay, anyway, um, kind of reconsidered the videos before. I've got some videos. Maybe I'll put them up. Maybe I won't. Uh, I don't want to cause too much confusion already. Because the first video I put up 23 February. Um, when at that time we were selling the place, the Luna House, which we're not any longer. Just to update everyone. Those still with us. I just wanted to show you my mug at first because usually I'm walking around talking and you just see the scenery, which is much better looking than me. So anyway, I'm just gonna turn this camera around here in a minute and show some updates that we've done. But first and foremost, I just quick update. Lady Jazz and I have reunited again. Um, Hopefully this time it's for permanent. Uh, we've had a lot of things going on in our lives. Some of it was on video with the house and the land and everything that happened, transpired during that time. Um, a lot of it was not on the video. It's just living life in the Philippines with a new relationship, new family, um, getting used to one another, cultures, age gap differences, mindsets, things of that nature. Uh, so anyway, long story short, we're back together. Uh, we have reunited. It's been a month now. I was coming here every day anyway. Even when we were separated before, back in over the summer months, June to mid-September, I was coming over practically every day, uh, seeing the children, and then she and I were just going through our ups and downs, which we're not going to disclose that. That's no one's concerns but ours. But hopefully, the way things are now between us, we're in a good place, each of us. We both realized a lot, uh, been through a lot with each other in this short 2 years, 4 month span, 5 month span maybe now. You gonna try to stop saying the again. Learn some lessons about ourselves, about one another. Uh, there it is again. So anyway, everything's on a happy note now. The children are happy again with us, and we're happy with each other. And we're gonna do our best to keep it that way. Now, I'm gonna show you some of the updates. It's not been a lot, uh, but there are some updates. I'm just gonna start back here. I don't even recall where we left off with the house and everything. So some of this may be a refresher. Some of it is not, but I'm going to start at the back of the property and I'm going to move forward property and show everyone. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around now. Hopefully I kept my head in the frame here. So let's turn this around slowly. So we're going to start in the back. This is a recent addition. As you can see here, what we've done here, besides the obvious, for those of you who were with us before, this was a little area back here that kind of went up a little hill and then it went down into the creek, which is on the other side of this brick wall. So we brought in February, we brought in a bulldozer, and we basically shoved all the property. We leveled it all the way back to the other side of the wall. We pushed it. A lot of the bamboo stuff we pushed into the creek, and once it gets good and brown, we're going to burn it. The water still runs through. Okay, we have not blocked the creek. Water's running through. That's a man-made creek, as well as the one canal in front of our home. So we pushed all the dirt back. So we leveled it out here. As you can see, the white area is where the majority of it was, but it did come back further here to just behind the well house here. but all that got shoved back and over here. So our mahone is now at the end of that wall right there. And the other mahone, you see that tree? It's on the other side of that tree, down, and it's supposed to be in the middle of that man-made creek, but they put the mahone back on this other side of that tree. And I'm gonna walk over and I'm probably gonna get all those stickers again, which I hate and I loathe, but oh well. This may be an extended video. So just wanted to kind of update everybody. It's kind of the evening hour, so they didn't want to come out here when it was too hot. Philippines is still hot and humid, muggy. Never changes, except for a couple of months in the fall. But anyway, so what we did here, we pushed some of the dirt up here. We reinforced the breach last year with that fresh dirt over there you see. So hopefully that won't breach again. You can see the wall is not straight, and that we did that on purpose. So right here, we kinked it right about there. So from that point over, that's actually where our boundary line is on the property. Now it goes straight over this way to right down over there into the creek. But when we pushed all the land, none of it was solid enough to build down into, as you see here, and put the foundation for the brick wall, cement wall. We're still going to fill in this area here at a later date up to the wall. So the water, when it comes down, will come down that area and go that way. What I'm hoping is, if we need be, maybe dig a little trench so it'll just, right here, so it'll just, that's the neighbor's property, so it'll just come down through that way right into the creek as it does over there. I don't want it to come over this way, so we may build this up a little bit more. It's real expensive to put these walls up, even in the Philippines. As you can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks high. There's probably another block or two down below. And the columns are properly spaced, and we're going to take care of all this rebar in the future and smooth it up and make it look a lot nicer. But anyway, you can see, so we brought it back so we had some firm ground here to put the wall in, and right here is where we cut it over to where it goes straight and it goes all the way over. You can see this is May, February, March, April, May, 3 months. You got all that greenness showing up over there now. None here, but over there. So anyway, so just behind that well thing over there, all this, so we got all this opened up now, so we can put in stuff back here we want. You know, once we may come out, I may come up and have it smoothed out a little bit more in the future. Who knows? A bulldozer runs about 2,500 per hour, unless the rates have gone up. Swinging back around here, the Kubo is in its new location. We brought it from way up there to over here. Again, that's a summation. We did that last fall. So we got the electric hooked up and everything. We just wanted to get away from that big tree. That's a big berry tree up there and whatnot. So now that I've hopefully done my moving around, you see additions of 2 air conditioners. Okay, here's where the old septic tank used to be. We're going to fix this, fill it in, and cover it up. And the other one's over here. This was the first one, I believe. And the second one got moved over here. So anyway, we're going to cover all that up. Fill it and cover it up. Yes, I need to cut the grass. That's coming. Anyway, the 2 air conditioners we put here, these were the original. We've had those like 2 years old. We had them in the Hiatus house. And I had the one in the back room here over in the West Rita house. We moved them here, boys' room and in the front room. And I put a 3.0 horsepower in the master bedroom because the 1.5 just wasn't cutting it. So that was a brand new one. And then we put it here so on these super hot days, we can cool the youngins off if we need be. Nothing new back here has been done yet. We finished smoothing the top of the flower bed. It still needs to be painted. We're going to get some garden soil put in there, and we're going to plant some flowers around there. Buff today is still in his pen. Poor guy. What we started doing is at nighttime when it's safe, when the animals are tucked away securely and the kids are in their homes, we let him run free and he stays on the property fairly much and doesn't get any chickens or anything. So we let him run free at night. I bought a muzzle. We just got to figure it out. It's not that complicated, but if you never put one on a frisky, aggressive dog, it's rather challenging. So we tried once already tonight. But anyway, once I get that on him, he can run around in the day, and we just take it off when he eats, and he can drink through it. This may or may not have been completed before. This is the carport right here. I'm just watching where I walk. So let me just come around this way. We also cemented the front area right here, as you can see. Added steps over there. We added the long steps here. When we step up, it's wet because JC washed my truck for me. We put this concrete foundation down here. We need to smooth up the edges here, as you can see. We've added this awning out here, metal awning, looks just like that one on top. And eventually I want to run span rail like you see here, over here, under there. We also have an awning on our second deck upstairs. Same thing, we're going to add span rail eventually in the future sometime. It's been real hot, so we basically had all the windows tinted from the inside out. We're going to clean up all this area up here too and everything. So it's keep some of the added heat out from inside the house. Nothing new's been done over here. In the future, I may move this spiral staircase to the other side or to the rear if we put up a veranda there and put up regular steps, because everything that has to go from here to the second level, it's challenging, extremely challenging to get it up the spiral staircase. I may just put in the steps to go up, over, and then up to make it easier, and then move that somewhere else because I still want the spiral staircase. We've that's where the kitchen sink drains to, just dishwater and stuff like that. So we put the little concrete block around it, 50 centimeters high, so if any water gets in here, it doesn't go in there and back flood into the kitchen like it did before. Preventive measures. We've added these little concrete steps over here for the Kubo for when it rains. Now we're going to walk this way as I continue to talk. About what's been going on here, construction-wise. And not construction-wise. Last time you guys left us, money's always tight here. You know, even here in the Philippines, especially when you have property and a house and everything, you're trying to make improvements, you're going through life's things. One of the things we went through during our separation was baby Sky. He wound up getting a hernia back in late August last year. Thing was poking out on his little right side there, just next to his groin. Poor little fella. And so we took him to the doctor, and as we feared at the time, they were going to require surgery. You know, boy was 8 months old, so it's a little scary for Lady Jazz and I. And but then we come to find out his little testicles hadn't ascended either. And the pediatrician urologist at that time said if they don't ascend by 6 months, then they have to surgically bang. So now we looked at 2 surgeries for the little guy. So he had surgery at mid-September at 9 months old, day before his 9-month-old turning 9 months old. So they had to put him in the anesthesia, and that's heartbreaking for any parent that has to go through that. Even just the anesthesia thing, it just looking like seeing your child on drugs and they're going away, and it really tore us up, Lady Jazz and I. And on the good side, it kind of brought us closer together. That was our first reconciliation. Shortly right after that, his surgery. Anyway, he came through it. Everything was fine. Thank God for that. He's got 2 little scars, about 1.5 inches in diameter on his up above where his tummy meets to the top area of his groin, and also right up under his testicles there where they went in and basically relocated his testicles to the scrotum sac. So all that at 9 months old. So he recovered rather quickly. Still a lot of major concerns with us. And then, of course, we had to go through with him getting codes and stuff from his older brother and sister who getting them from school, you know. All that stuff happens as parents. So, and then, so he had a little pretty traumatic event in his life. And plus, you know, the separation effect when I was gone 2.5 months, I think, at the time of the surgery. So anyway, Lady Jazz and I reconciled. And then we split again into December. Just some compatibility issues with us. Nobody did anything wrong, just compatibility issues. But like I say, we're back together now. Hopefully we worked through everything and we've learned a lot more about each other. And one big thing we learned is that we love each other, we care about each other, we care about, of course, our children and everything. So here we go. Sorry if I'm jumping around. I'm just trying to do one quick summation here. So back to the construction thing now that I'm here at the bridge. So what we did last fall, we were constructing that wall over there. We had it completed, and then we halted. And then down here, I think you saw in the February 23rd video, this is the completed section of the wall here. We started digging the trench. So it's up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks high up here. And again, we'll leave the rebar in case we want to go up higher. We'll see when a couple of rainy seasons go by. So this was the project that was done. We were still apart. And then underneath was cemented, this thing, because it had been washed out. Then we came over here, and we went all the way over this way here. Now this is for when the floods come, you know, and the water's going to go through here. And we're going to clear all this out and make the water easy way here to go through here, as well as over here. It may be sticking up, so we're going to cut all this down, and we'll deal out some dirt, throw it on that side, maybe throw it on that side too. Just clear the pathway for the water to run easy, smoothly down. So we're going to keep it off of this section of land. You can also see we raised the wall over there. You can see where the new wall is raised and where the old wall ended right here. You can see the difference there. Okay. Now, the last thing we did before Jay went back to Kamaka is we took down, well, okay, so we finished this wall, then we went back and did that wall. After that wall, we came up front and we did the culvert up here, as you can see. Because when the water comes through here on Nye's property, it washes out. We got a big deep gully there. It goes above my knee, mid-thigh level almost, with the flood water. So you can see we left a culvert opening there, and we've put a bridge wings on it, as you can see there as well. And it's 4 meters wide. And that's the border of our property over here to Nye's, and that's the border of our property here with the next door neighbor there. Then we erected the bamboo pole. Has been it was going to smithers. It was broken, busted. Dogs were coming in here. And then anyway, so we replaced it, as you can see, with this high wall, just as high as the bamboo high wall was. And then we put some glass particles on top and stuff to keep things from being thrown over to the side, you know, clothes drying and stuff like that. So that's what we did there. So this is kind of what it looks like. I'll just walk you this way a little bit. This was the last thing they did. We are going to render the walls eventually, just not right now. Okay, when I have some extra cash flowing in, that's when I'll focus on that. You can see it comes here, and there's an opening there which we covered up right now, just so the kids don't get in there and poop them there. But anyway, the water's going to go here as it usually does. It's just not going to flood out, because now we can get the scooter through here, the tricycle through here, whereas before we couldn't. Once it flooded for 3, 4, 5, almost a week, they couldn't get through to the waters flowed out here. Over there, it's not a problem. I have a plan for that eventually in the future to do something with the common way besides the sand. In the future, I'm also going to dig out here, my property line all the way there, and dig it out, and maybe reinforce this pole here, remove some of that dirt, and probably come over here and put it along this way, and you know, where it's needed. So the water's going to come through here and go right through there and right out there. So all I did was rechannel the water to stay off our property. It's on other people's property just the same as it was before. So I didn't add any issues for them. So you can hear the bugs there, huh? So there's the wall. And just the other day, we came in here and we hauled in 5 trucks of topsoil. It was 10-wheeler trucks. It held 18 cubic feet of topsoil. That's 5 of them. So we brought in the bulldozer to level out. Remember, if you remember, it was like this, kind of like this. You see how this goes up and down over there. This was the same way. So we had them level it out. It still needs to take some shovels and level it out along the wall so it's nice and level. And we're going to remove some any garbage effects, cut down any stranded weeds and stuff and whatnot. I'm going to hack away the overhanging bamboo there. And eventually we're going to put a small little half Kubo, half concrete hut here for Brother Jay and stuff, because I'm gonna retain him as our caretaker for the property and everything. And this is where he wants to live. So this is for him and his family. So anyway, they dumped the dirt and they leveled it out. So we got some more work to do to level it out some more, a little bit and whatnot. And again, we're gonna render all these walls eventually down the road when extra cash comes in. So that's kind of where we're standing at now. There in Gamaka, they're digging a well up there in the property on Gamaka and getting their electricity hooked up there. For some reason, I had assumed that had been done, but it hadn't. So I said, hey, let's get that taken care of. You know, they got babies over there. They were walking a long way hauling water. And I said, oh my God. So anyway, so they're digging a well now. And hopefully it'll be done in a few days and they'll have water coming in. But they got to wait the usual 3 months for K-Meko and Kazan to get the electricity turned on. We bought the wire, paid the electrician to come out and run the poles. We're just using temporary wood poles for now, because where they're at, the property owners of the subdivision they're in is supposed to run the poles. So we're just using temporary wood poles, and they're going to come in and replace them with the metal poles like that eventually. But that's probably going to take several years down the road. So anyway, we're going to make sure they have electricity. So we're going to set them up with a couple of solar lights as well, so they got some solar lights at night, at least till they go to bed, and go from there. And in the future, I should have done it already, but I didn't at the time. Anyway, because we got a good deal here. I went through one company. They were charging me 2.5 times as much as the company that did this. This is Rohan Engineering that did this. And for a 10-wheel, 18 cubic meter full of truck of topsoil, it was 5,000 pesos. So I had 5 trucks come in. And then their bulldozer, that I call it, came in and just maybe an hour, 2,900 pesos an hour, and they just smoothed it down. So now we don't have any major things. So we just got a little leveling out to do along with some shovel work. I'm gonna come in and haul some more dirt in here and level this portion out too. It just wasn't important right now. This was because I want the rainy season to come in here and rain all over all this stuff and pack it down good and hard before we put up the little house we plan on doing. So that's kind of in a nutshell what we've done. There's a lot of little things going on that we did that's really nothing major. As you can see, the awning thing at the top there, that's nice. It keeps the sun off the windows and doors there. And when it rains, we sit out on the porch and enjoy that portion of it. So, but other than that, not a lot of major improvements here. The biggest news, Lady Jazz and I are back together. The children are healthy, so, and we're moving forward with our happy selves. I will try not to go as long as I have without putting up the videos. I'm not making any money because it was demonetized back last year. That was part of the stuff that went on anyway. So I never put the effort into it to monetize it because wasn't sure if I wanted to continue the channel or not. I wanted to fix our lives first, and that was the first priority, and we didn't really want to deal with the YouTube thing going on and whatnot. So this is just kind of a hobby for us, for me actually, and whether she joins or not, it's entirely up to her. But just something to give me to do. So I don't really need a money maker coming in right now. Maybe in the future I might do it, but you know, we're holding strong at 1,050 subscribers. So I only lost maybe 72 subscribers in my hiatus, which I thought was pretty good. I figured everybody would just, you know, jump ship and move on, but For those of you that stayed, I appreciate it. And those of you who left, if you come back, you're more than welcome. I certainly understand why you did. You can see over here, they burnt the mountain again over there, so it's a little dark black now. Let me show up, see if you can see the partial moon. There it is. Let me come back down. Anyway, it's getting dark here, so I'm going to probably bring it inside. I'm right at 25 minutes. I just wanted to give everybody a brief summation of kind of where we're at now. Let's see. I'm going to say it, and I'll probably have to repeat myself several times. We're not going to answer any questions or comments about our relationship. All the public needs to know is we're together again, and we're happy about it, and the children are happy about it, and we're moving forward. So thank you for all your good sentiments, and if there's any naysayers, God bless you. Okay, folks, let me head back inside. I'm getting a little sticky icky, and LaRock does not like to be sticky icky. So I got some AC to get back to, got some supper to eat. I'm gonna probably pop the top and have me a couple of cervezas tonight. Just because I feel good. Oh, here's a little flower. We also wanted to start getting our flower thing, so Lady Jazz has some before I sign off here. We'll probably be planting some of these. The one in the middle is a tree, it's a flower tree. We want to get we want to start adding a lot of color to our property as we come. We just bought this. I don't even know what the name of it is, but it's a nice, pretty color. It's a tree, so I think we have to wait 30 days and replant it. And some of these flowers here, that's still got some bloom on. When Skylar, man, he's not grabbing them. He's 18 months old, folks. Wow, 1 year and 6 months old. Wow, boy grows. So we'll get him on the video sometimes. You can see how he is. Okay, I guess I won't delay the end of the video any longer. And I'll try to put up at least a video a week, just at least once a week. I think I can handle that. I won't make it too long. Just keep everybody updated that's interested, and those who aren't, we can move right along. No hard feelings. All right, let me spin this around a little bit. So I bid you adieu and a good night, or good morning, depending on where you're at in this world. Ciao, bye. The rock out.